So I decided that I do know that when it's spinning on the side, it really is live. Good morning. So today's card is the Star. And before I get into the question, I want to talk a little bit about major arcana cards and what this deck says about them, which is pretty similar to what a traditional tarot deck says about major arcana cards. The message is pretty much a journey from Fool to the World, and it's the journey of the self. And they changed a couple of the cards up. They turned one, the Emperor, into the Green Man, and the Empress into, I can't remember what it was, I'm sorry. But anyway, this is the Star card, and it is a guiding light. And in traditional tarot, that's what it would mostly be too, shining light on what is happening around you, and for you to be taking a closer look at what's up. And so yesterday was a real tough day. Itchy nose this morning. It was a real tough day for me. I don't know. I think that a lot of the shadow work and then belly dancing on top of it, and the fact that I know that a lot of parental trauma is held in that sacral area. I think some stuff just came up yesterday. That story about when I was a little kid and my mother telling me that I was too nice and too giving and all of that shit really fucked with me. That's why I keep telling y'all, if you have some shit you need to tell your mom and dad, now is the time to do that stuff while they're here and y'all can work through it. Because there's a lot of stuff I would love to have conversations with my parents about right now that I could probably do it with more equanimity, which was also in today's cards. 3 days I've had equanimity come up in some form in my cards. It's very crazy, which is all about feeling what you're feeling, experiencing the experience, but reacting to it like a controlled person. Who is this broad talking to you this morning? Because fuck, that don't sound like me. So this morning I asked the question, how do I practice this compassion that I have to give to myself? How do I heal this inner child? And how can I accomplish this if I feel it's really difficult to give that healing to that inner child and to the woman of who I am today? So it's all about loving myself and giving myself some credit, because I don't do that very well. And I think because of the old patterns that were inside of me, and the fact that I feel like nobody has my back. And I felt that way for a really long time. And I just started to realize that, I got to sort of start being responsible for my own self and my own well-being, and not be looking for a hero out there to come. I mean, it's the goddamn Cinderella, Snow White bullshit story of needing a man or some other outside entity to rescue us. And growing up in a very Greek patriarchal home in the fucking 60s and 70s, that was the thing. Even my uncle, who loved me desperately, told me that I needed to find an older man to take care of me. We don't give our girls and even our women enough credit. We're only viable for a short amount of time. Men seem to be able to hold on to their self-worth from birth to fucking death, and broad's got a short shelf life. From the moment that you're sexually viable and able to procreate with some dude, till the moment that menopause hits, and then you get put on a shelf as if you have no more worth. And we need to really change that perspective. And ladies, no one's coming to rescue us and change that narrative. Only we can do that. And the only way we can do that is to recognize that we are deserving of that same life as our male counterparts are given. And as long as there are women holding on to the vestiges of patriarchy that tell them that they live in the shadow behind every great man is a great woman, until that we come out from behind them and stand next to them, because I don't think standing in front of them is really the thing we need to do. But we do need to stand next to them and be treated as equals and be treated as just as viable from every part of our lives until the moment we step foot into our grave. And that doesn't happen for us. We are conditioned still, because there's plenty of women who think that men are the head of the household and that they have to be submissive to them. And that's some fucking bullshit. Because even in the Bible, if that's where they're getting that shit from, it says we're created from his side. Took a rib from Adam so that he didn't rule over her, or she didn't was at his feet, but came from his side to rule by his side. So somewhere along the translation, shit got lost. Women decided that they were the weaker vessel. All of that bullshit is bullshit. Let a man push a fucking 8-pound bowling ball out the head of his dick and we'll see then how shit goes. But, I digress. So what is the star thing? The star card is so pretty. Whoops. Guiding light. That's what it is. Guiding light. The star is all about how the universe has your back and is giving you the messages and the guidance that you need to move along your soul's evolutionary path. What we do and how we process that information is super fucking important. Because if we're so busy still listening to the old story, the old narrative, keeping our hands so firmly on the wheel and being so focused on the bullshit that we've gone through, we're not going to hear the messages that the universe is trying to give us or the guidance. And things are going to continue to fuck up. It's really super hard for me to let go of control of anything. Gonna tell you the true story. And some people might find this distasteful. LSD has shown me how hard I hold on to fucking control of everything. Because I can't even just let that stuff hit me without fighting to get to the place where the fun starts. I don't want, just like anything else, I don't want to do the work. I don't want to feel the feelings of immortality or mortality and whatever the universe, because I truly believe hallucinogens take you places and show you things that you wouldn't normally see in this life. I think everybody should do them along with meditation. And I'm not even lying. I think everyone should fucking do them. But I hold on very tight, like I'm on a roller coaster ride, and try to keep control. And the universe is saying, you have to let go of the control, because I'm trying to send you signals. Your soul is sending a beacon, and the beacon of light from the star is shining back for you to come home, capital H, and I'm going to give you the directions and the tools that you need to do that, but you gotta let go. And what do you have to let go of? You've got to let go of whatever shit was holding you back, whatever people were holding you back, whatever situations and circumstances were holding you back. What negative self-talk that keeps appearing in your life is holding you back. Now, when I talk about that in the sense of you, it's really, I'm talking about me. So please, if this shit does not pertain to you, then you need to just not even, this message is not for you. But in my life, I have held on to people, situations, and things that have not helped my growth at all. I have allowed people to push past and boundaries in my life and let them say and do all manner of things and then make me second guess myself as if I am not smart enough, capable enough, or creative enough to make the choices that I need or hear the universe giving me or the universe planted in me to be this unique, outstanding individual that I am today. If I can just let go and listen. And that's hard too for a fucking extrovert to just stop talking long enough to not be the center of attention and hear what is trying to be told to me. I have to let go. I have to let go of that old story. I have to let go of the control. I have to understand that this is not just a belief that the universe has my back, that my gods have my back, that they're trying to teach me something and show me something and tell me which way my soul's path needs to go, the evolution of my soul. But I have to have it as a complete state of consciousness. That this is, like, this table is wood. My state of consciousness needs to be that tuned in and in alignment with what the universe is telling me. I have to stop thinking, oh, it's a fairy tale, because that's not true. I have seen so many synchronicities in the last few days, and the cards and the questions that I've asked. Flat out fucking answers have come to me through these cards in the last week. Probably more so because I've been open to them. The other thing I know is that I have yearned for years for a deeper spiritual connection with deity. And the reason why I don't have that, I am fully vested in the fact that I have had too much control and not enough listening to what is being said to me and following the direction of what my gods and the universe is trying to say to me. I've been looking for the person to have my back. I've been looking for the champion all of these years and never really looking at what the universe really is and how it really is working to conspire for my good. So today I gave up control, and today I believe that my choices are guided by what the universe has for me. And part of understanding why you need to do that is because we can't see that big picture, right? We can't see all of it. We can see little pieces of it, like where we are today. So I have some things going on in my work life. I know where I'm at with that, but I don't know what's behind that that's coming. And in my head, what I would like to say is, oh God, fuck, I've got no more business. What the fuck am I going to do? Is it going to be another 3 months before I get another person? So I have to sort of just trust that the universe is going to give me some stuff. I put some things into motion that I haven't put into motion in a really long time. Where your head is at is where your shit will be at, right? So I'm thinking about what needs to be done to help me get more business, and I'm doing those things proactively to bring business to me. And on top of that, I'm believing that this quirky, smart, intelligent, blue hair tattooed fucking real estate agent is unique enough for the right customers to come to me to go, this bitch is going to get some shit done for me. She knows what she's talking about, because I do know what I'm talking about. And I am good enough, and I deserve to be here, and I deserve as much business as my southern little belle counterpart does. She has two distinct personalities. One that's a party person and one that is the realtor person. This is me all the time. And it's me all the time because it's exhausting trying to have those two different personalities and be something that I'm not to other people. And you know what? There's been times when she's looked at me and said, you were really offensive to that person. And I thought back over the conversation and wondered, what the fuck are you even talking about? And then she would point out what I said, and I would think about it still and be like, well, that's not at all what I meant. If I say something to you and it offends you, and I don't, and honestly, again, I need to come from this position with other people when it happens to myself too. I'm not going to automatically assume that somebody tried to offend me. What I am going to do is clarify with that person. What were you saying? What did that mean? It's not my job to ask that to somebody who might be offended. It's also not my bud's job to decide whether or not I offended somebody else. Unless, of course, that person comes to you and tells you, man, Michelle fucking really offended me today. Then maybe you should say something. Or maybe you should encourage that person to say something to the person that offended them. We have to have some pride in ourselves for who we are, the uniqueness of who we are. Because, Jesus fucking Christ, if we were all the same, it would suck dick. So I have what I need. I'm capable. I deserve to be here. I'm a warrior goddess. I'm a pack leader. I'm an alpha female. I am the protector of my tribe. And I go out in confidence today, knowing that the universe is conspiring for my fucking good. I am tuned in to what they have to say to me. I think all spiritual awakenings And they happen a lot. It's not like one day, the angels sing and the skies part and all of a sudden you have this spiritual awakening and then you're done. I think it's a constant ongoing practice until we get back home, capital H. So yesterday was the beginning of the spiritual awakening for today's card, the Star. I had to have that story and I had to remember that moment in time when I felt like a shithead because my mother told me that I was. Because doing real estate work or whatever it is that the universe wants me to do to make a living, what I want to do is make sure that people are in their most stable financial place they can be in. And through that is how I will be in my most stable financial place I can be in. I don't know what else I could possibly do besides help people find the right home at the right time in their lives for them that can be more stable and more financially rewarding than home ownership. I pay attention and I do what's best for my clients, which ultimately ends up being what's best for me. I am having other people's backs so that I can have my back had as well. I am working for the best interest of other people so that my best interests can be met. I am listening to my connection with the divine source, which is the universe. It is a live thing, so that I can make the decisions that I need to make. I can talk when I need to talk, and I can be quiet when I need to be quiet, because it's not going to make a difference if I say something or add to this conversation. I either have nothing more to impart to it, or I have nothing at all that will help the situation. The hardest place for me to put all of this into practice is going to be with my own fucking family. I can tell you that right now. So I'm going to pay attention today. I'm going to do my belly dancing and a little bit of, I haven't done some serious weightlifting in a minute, but I'm going to do that today because, man, I hurt my shoulder somehow. You know, getting older is no fun. I don't want to exacerbate it, but this is butt and leg, so I'm going to do that today. And I'm going to just take time when I have time to sit in the quiet contemplation of what do I want to see my life like? How do I want to nourish my body, my mind, my soul, and my bank account? How do I want to do that? How do I see myself in 60 days from now? I see myself having a couple of other clients, buyers or sellers, it don't matter. I love them both the same, that I'm helping to do what they need to do so they're in a better, more stable financial place, and so am I. That's my gift, being a nurturer. I truly believe that. To be a hand holder, a placeholder, whatever it needs to be, in whatever situation people are in. I had a friend once who said that he wanted to be a placeholder, an actual placeholder. He wanted to get business cards made and everything. Call me up, I'll stand in line for you. I do that. I do that in real estate, and I do that in personal things with people. And now I'm going to do that for me. Stand up for me. Know who I am. And don't let anyone define that who I am. Don't let anyone define that for me. I define that. I determine my worth. I determine my value. I determine my priorities and my boundaries. I determine what's best for me. No one else. I determine that. Even if you're married, you have to have some self-worth and self-esteem. I am so grateful to the person that turned me on to this work, because otherwise I'd still be sitting scared, muddled, confused. And let me just tell you, it doesn't always, yesterday was a really big setback, or at least it seemed that way to me. I'm human and I'm going to have those moments. But this has been one of the most rewarding spiritual walks I've ever taken was delving into my shadow self. All right, you guys have a good day. Eventually I got to get out of this robe and actually do something, but it's so freaking cold in Florida today. My friend posted snow, and it's like 57 here, and I'm like, oh my God. But I'm digging it. It's better than 90 that it has been. So anyway, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel and you liked what you heard today and you want to hear more of it, because I got like several more weeks of this shit, and then we're going to figure out something else we want to do. Would you mind hitting that subscribe button and the little bell notification so you know when I put new material up? I try to do it every single day. Sometimes on the weekends I don't get there, but mostly I try to put something up every day. And I don't know how to edit yet. I did a little editing in yesterday's video, but I still don't understand it. I think I need to get different software. YouTube software is really hard. And if you wouldn't mind, leave some comments, because that will help me exponentially as well. And if you're watching it on Facebook, hop over to Witch Michelle. That's my channel. All right, you guys. Peace. Have a good day.